Greetings, traveller. Why not join us around the campfire as today we explore Wargames Atlantic's classic fantasy range. Today we'll be unboxing the 24-figure Giant Spiders box. As has become something of a trend in these videos, the box is adorned with atmospheric artwork, courtesy of Peter Dennis, and intriguingly, amongst the sword and sorcery background lore, the back of the box highlights that this box set also includes science fiction Death Fields options. Inside this box are 6 identical sprues, and the RRP is £25. Examining the sprues further reveals that the 24-figure model count includes 2 single-piece large spiders per sprue and 2 multi-part giant spiders. Additionally, each sprue contains 2 webbed-bound paralysed victims, which doesn't seem like a bad return for the price. Other reviews have criticised these miniatures, and straight away it's easy to see why. Without instructions, these spiders can send a shiver down the spine of gamers and arachnophobes alike. Wargames Illustrated were particularly scathing in their video review of this product, but hopefully this video can reassure viewers that these 8-legged monstrosities are nothing to be scared of. First of all, I removed all of the single-piece spiders and victims from the sprue, 12 figures down without the need to even open up the glue bottle. Secondly, I assembled the 2-part body, attaching the thorax to the abdomen. This round, bulbous abdomen acts as a handle for the rest of the assembly. Despite being confronted by an array of leg options, every spider includes a pair of central legs which attach to the body of the spider with square pegs and are easily identifiable on the sprue. Whilst clipping Wargames Atlantic minis from their sprues, I noticed that the plastic used is a lot harder and less flexible than the polystyrene used by companies like Renedra or Games Workshop. As a result, more time must be taken cleaning mould lines and trimming off sprue gates. When the time comes to attach the legs to the thorax, a little pressure is required. These central legs end with small flattened discs. This provides stability if gluing these miniatures to a base. As the glue dries, I begin work on the second spider. The second pair of legs to be attached are slightly more fiddly, but are also present in 2 identical pairs on the sprue. By attaching these straight legs beneath the abdomen, the centre of gravity of the spider is now supported. The ball and socket joint provided isn't a snug fit, so some way must be found to hold the legs in position whilst the glue begins to set. For this purpose, I turned to creating blue tack rests to support the mandibles of the spider, using gravity to hold the tips of the legs down. Moving and manipulating models with drying glue and supported by blue tack slowed progress to a crawl. The only solution was to turn to the work of Henry Ford and create a production line, resulting in the desk becoming an assembly line of spiders, all in various stages of dismemberment. With 4 legs added, rear-facing legs can be glued into the snug gap between middle and rear legs. The increased surface area makes the drying time shorter, and the stability of the 4 stabilising legs negates the need for blue tack supports. At this point, 6 legs down, only the forelegs and pincers remain, making the sprue appear increasingly manageable and less like a sea of plastic limbs. No longer solely reliant upon the shallow ball and socket joint, attaching the spider legs becomes increasingly easier from this point on, and consequently the speed of production leaps forward. It would be entirely disingenuous to say that this is a simple build. The ease of clipping single-piece spiders from the sprue contrasts glaringly with the laborious process of trimming, preparing, attaching and positioning individual overlaying limbs. But the task facing a reviewer is complicated by the way the difficulty of the build is offset by a model that uses complexity to create a genuinely creepy miniature bristling with 8 individually moving legs and a pair of wickedly dexterous pincers. Attaching the forelegs and pincers is made easier by the fact that these legs are far more slender and therefore have a greater degree of contact between the ball and socket joint. Additionally, as they are both thinner and shorter, they are lighter and therefore have less force acting against the glue. Finding my fingers somewhat clumsy for manoeuvring the pincers, I use the tip of the knife to get them into position. With the end goal in sight, my speed now began to pick up pace again. Until suddenly, abruptly and dramatically, concern now is that bases are not included in this set. How best to base these horrific monstrosities which I have